Hi guys, so we're in my living room. I wanted to share with you one of the projects that I've been doing here in the living room. We had wanted to change the fireplace surround when we first moved in, but it took us a couple of years to decide on what we wanted to do. Later I'll put a picture up of it before and after, but before it had tile similar to this brown that was on the floor going up, and also as a hearth. And then there was kind of a weird shelf over it. And there was nothing wrong with it. It just, we wanted a different style. So it took a while. And once we figured out, we kind of wanted this formal shape of fireplace surround, but we wanted it to be rustic, not perfect, and a little bit of New Mexico, but still have some of that ocean feel, coastal feel to it, which is one of our favorite looks. So once we decided that, then I had to figure out if I could do it myself, and also what could I use that would be in a tight budget. And as you can see, it's not finished. We're gonna go all the way to the ceiling with it. That's as far as I can go myself. I don't do heights well, so I'm gonna have to find a day free with hubby and have him help me stick the pickets up there. And that'll probably be next month sometime maybe. But that's what these are. These are cedar fence pickets because they're really cheap. And they're nice and straight. You have to get the really good straight ones. And then I painted them out with a non-VOC paint. And then I trimmed up the edges here. That's going to go part way. And then we'll finish it going up there later with the trim. And then the next thing I did was put the tile in the surround here. And what I needed with the tile is I needed tile that I didn't have to use a tile saw for, because I didn't want to invest in that. So I found these really cute little tile that reminded me of New Mexico style, kind of boho-y. And they had a backing on them, so all I had to do was cut the backing, cut them apart with a pair of scissors and fit them in really well. And I got them for 20 bucks. Oh, and the pickets that are up here, that cost about $35 right there, so that's not bad. The trim is more expensive. Those pieces cost $10 each. So that's the expensive part. And then, of course, you have to figure in thin set and grout. And that's why it's taken me several months, because I would just spend, $30 to $50 a month on supplies and worked out a little at a time. Then I put down the Saltillo tile. That was next. That was about $40 worth of tile there. And then I grouted it and sealed it. Now, I didn't use the traditional sealer because it really had a very heavy chemical off-gassing. So I used the sealer I use for my paintings, and it's been on there for a couple of months now, and we've been using the fireplace quite heavily, and it's worked fine. It hasn't caused we haven't had any problems with it, and there's a whole lot of mess on there all the time. Right now I cleaned it because I was going to do video for you. Then the next step was the mantle surround. So what I did is I picked up a 4x4 post, cedar, and then just cut it in half to work here. Then I picked up 2x2s to go on either side of that 4x4 post, and to make it more substantial. And I still have a little work. I want to caulk all the edges, and then I'll do a little more painting. But then I picked up these little corbels that I got at Hobby Lobby for half off. And then I ran a 2x8 across here underneath the mantle. I had originally thought I would do a 2x8 as mantle, but then I realized I needed something more substantial. So what I picked up was a 4x6 post, untreated. It needs to be untreated. Otherwise it off gases terrible things too, so you have to be careful about that for the mantle, and it gives it just the right roughness, I feel. And then we can put our little treasures like the conch shell I got when I lived in Key West. We've got a little bit of sand from one of the beaches we've been to. And then all of these shells we've collected over the years to the beaches in Florida and Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. And we can't go to those places anymore because the kiddo is too sick to travel. So it's nice to have those little memories right there, sitting there. And then this giant clock that I found at Hobby Lobby half off. My husband wanted to know if I went to the special giant clock store for that. He cracks me up. So anyway, that's that project, and I'll show you the rest of it when we get all the way up to the ceiling. And then there's one other project I've been working on, so I'm going to talk to you about that in the next video. So I hope you're all having a nice cozy day in front of your fireplace. Bye.